The dream of the big polygamist family is just shot.
I'm not gonna be friendly. I don't really miss him.
Let's just separate this completely.
They have all betrayed me.
He is sabotaging our relationship.
I'm out of my mind.
I've seen this coming for a long time.
It's really a mess. I feel like the idiot that got left behind.
Madison Brown has decided that podcasting isn't for her. Not in the immediate future, anyway. The Sister Wives star recently launched her podcast, The Authentic Society Podcast, in November 2024 and is already saying goodbye to the business venture. Madison, who goes by Maddie, took to Instagram on Monday to announce her departure. After much reflection, I've decided to step away from the Authentic Society Podcast, Madison wrote in her post. As she explained, she enjoyed the experience, but the project no longer aligns with her goals or the vision she has for her future and her family. Maddie mentioned that she isn't opposed to podcasting on a different platform in the future. But for now, the expectant mom of 3 is focusing on the well-being of her growing family, building her flower farm business, Tida Farms with her mom, Janelle Brown, and building her new home in North Carolina. All of these things are where my heart currently is and what I feel needs my full focus right now, Madison continued. Madison thanked her listeners for taking part in her podcasting journey, noting that it meant the world to her and her podcast co-host, Jamie Bird Langley, who will continue the podcast without Madison. Madison's Instagram followers headed to her comments section, where they shared how they felt about the news. There were some who suggested Maddie should start a podcast with her mom, Sister Wives star Janelle Brown. Some hinted that Maddie and her co-host, Jamie, butted heads during their episodes, which could have contributed to Maddie deciding to walk away. Others were sad to hear Maddie was leaving the Authentic Society podcast and admitted they'd miss hearing her spill some tea. As Monsters and Critics previously reported, Maddie spilled some piping hot tea during a November 2024 podcast episode. Maddie told her listeners she went no contact with her father, Cody Brown, because of stuff that has happened. Maddie said Cody doesn't have any respect for boundaries and that he expected his family members to play by his rules, something she refuses to do. The 29-year-old added that Cody became very angry when she spoke her mind. And so that was one of the reasons that I went no contact, because it was like he didn't like a mirror being held up, Madison said.